母さんと。好きです、ママ子さん。僕の彼女になってください。
There's nothing quite like being hit on by an incomplete NPC. This is what I love. This is what I love.
私はマー君のお母さんだから、あなたの彼女にはなれないわ。本当にごめんなさいね。
俺が恋のライバルに勝った的な状況なのか？いや違う、絶対に違う。
You horrible human being, you.
母さんがアンケートに気を取られている隙に、俺たちの華麗なる連携プレーで決めてやろうぜ。
あらあら、モンスターだわ。これでよし。
Man, this is awesome.
溶けてないのに。いやいや、ちょっと待って。
What have I gotten myself into? This is Axiom, aka Ryofu, and this is the Gaming Harbinger. I hope you're doing well today. We are going to talk about none other than Do You Love Your Mom and her 2 multi-target attacks. And just because I'm probably going to screw that up, we're going to just say, do you love your mom? Do you love your mom? Yeah, really. Do you love your mom? I do. So, today on this review, let's just get it out of the way. Let's just jump into the thick of it. Many people have been wondering, like, what type of show is this? Is this a show where you have the badass mom and she's just wreaking havoc on everything and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. I've never seen like a kick-ass mom like this. Or is it the type of show where we're going to see like relationships being healed and family members becoming closer with one another? Or is this a show where it's just gonna pander and give us a lot of fan service? Well, maybe it's D, all of the above. And to be honest with you, that's kind of the truth. I mean, there's some fan service in there, and let's just get it out of the way right now, right? Okay, let's get it out of the way. If you find fan service repulsive, and I'm only bringing this up because I know I have a lot of different friends, a lot of different types of friends that are into anime, and some people find fan service a turn off. So I will say this now, if you find fan service absolutely repulsive, don't watch this show. It's that simple. Now, for everyone else that they're in the realm of, well, I can take a little bit, well, this, well, that, kind of depends. If you're in that realm, then I would say to you, it's not Ikki Towson or Queen's Blade. It's not that level of fan service. In fact, I would go on to specifically say there's really only that second episode where it becomes, it could be a bit much for some people, but really once you get past that, you kind of understand that that is not the focus of this show. It's definitely isn't, it's just not. But I can understand how it could be off-putting. People watch that second episode and then they can feel like this is what I've signed up for. Well, I'm out, and it's understandable, but really it's not. It's a show that definitely doesn't take itself seriously, but it's also a show that it has fun and just the whole dynamic of you have your son who gets transported into a video game world, an MMO world, and he's excited, thrilled, until he realizes his mom came with him. And you're like, great, wonderful. But then it gets, from his perspective, it gets worse because his mom inherits these badass abilities that insta-kill everything in its path. And then the son gets the ability to only do a powerful aerial attack, which, I mean, in itself, it kind of sounds cool, but then when you realize, oh, okay, so the enemy has to be in the air for me to do any kind of major damage, not cool. But I think, you know, the show does a really good job of handling this, of introducing a lot of funny moments, such as
3人今日編入してくる生徒は予定では4人だったはずなんだが。ってことはあと1人来るってことですか？まさか。待てってば母さん。あ、
お母さんですか？
あれ違う、母さんじゃなくてメディ
の勇者マサトとかいう人ちょっといいですか？あんたは目に映る女性全員が大好きなママに見えちゃう人なんですか？
違う。
So before I go any further into this, let me just jump right into what type of characters are in this show. So the main characters are as follows. You have Masato, your average run-of-the-mill teenager that doesn't appreciate his mom much in the beginning. But that changes. That changes. And like I said, I do want to go back to that in a little bit. But then, of course, we have Mamako. And she is the beautiful, kind, and certain acronym we won't say, but you know what I'm talking about. She is insanely kind and super positive, but of course, all the while saying awkward things that embarrass her son.
マー君もよく泣く子だったけど、こうやって抱っこしてよしよししてあげればおとなしくなったの。懐かしいわね。
And haven't we all been through this? Haven't we all been through this where we have a parent, or it could be both parents, that say and do awkward things to us? This is, of course, a device, a comedy device that is used throughout the series. And I would say for most of the time, it does succeed in it. It's funny and I find it amusing. I wouldn't say this is like super ultra hilarious show. And I hate comparing anime to other stuff, but I wouldn't say it's like a Konosuba funny, but I would still say this is pretty funny. So we have Porta. She's an adorable, non-combative member of the party. She's a support class. Pretty much, I believe she has like a pouch where she can hold 25% more items or something to that effect. And she also throws out items for the other party members to heal themselves. Essentially, she's a mule. I'm sorry. Okay, that's super mean. I'm sorry. She is freaking adorable, okay? She's freaking adorable. Then we have Wise, the tsundere of the group that everyone gives a hard time. She is a very powerful sage. And she's one of those characters where just weird shit happens to her. I kind of feel sorry for her because she gets it from all angles, no matter how much she tries not to. Let's just move on. Medi is the healer, and I guess you could say the runner-up to Mamako. Most of the guys, are pretty much into her and think she's cute and adorable until she gets pissed off or upset. Then she goes all dark-minded, and pretty much that nullifies any kind of crush or likeness they had towards her. And last but certainly not least, there is Shirase, who is the distributor of the world. She will assume the role of various NPC-like roles, but has declared herself to not be an NPC, even though whatevs. I actually find segments like this amusing because I think she's a funny character because she just has moments in the show where she just dies, by accident or because of bugs or just because of Mamako. I think there was an important scene at the very beginning that had to be established, and it was in the very first episode. This scene where we have Mamako and Masato talking to each other, and clearly Masato is frustrated in the abilities that he has and the super powerful abilities his mom has. And pretty much he's like, this is not going the way I was expecting it, not the way it was supposed to be, and why are you here? Why are you here? I don't want you here. And he says some other things that really upset Mamako. And I think that the way the writing was done, because this was a manga first, so just the way it was done, I really appreciate it, because sometimes, as much as, I adore and love anime and manga, they have a tendency to like, okay, we want this character right here to turn around, make amends, but we're going to have these dynamics where we're going to just let him be, a jerk face for a while, and then we're going to have him come back, and then there'll be a little redemption stage, and yay, he's a better person now. Rather than do that, this show chose to acknowledge, for the main character to acknowledge, hey, I went too far, and I love this person, and I'm sorry for upsetting my mom. And she forgives him, they move on, and throughout the series, he's just trying to come to terms with that. And I actually really, really appreciate that, because that was a point in the show that I realized, okay, I think I'm in. I'll keep watching, and we'll see what happens. Because up until then, I was kind of like, we'll just see. I don't know what kind of show this is going to be. And this was actually, just a good choice on their part, rather than, him just be rude and a jerk to his mom. That's pretty much a saint. And then, 10 episodes in, something happens, and then he changes super slowly over time. Rather than that, we have, the declaration, the acknowledgement of, hey, I went too far, and I do love this person, and I need to appreciate them better. All the while, there's still weird shit, there's still embarrassing stuff happening, and he's just like trudging through it, but he's like, damn it, why is this happening? It's just, it does a good job on things, and I really, like I said, overall, I had fun watching this show, and I could easily recommend it. You kind of know what you're getting into. There's definitely this whole vibe of, moms are really awesome and really special. And that's what kind of makes the show, adorable, because it's not just Mamako. It's a bunch of moms. There's a lot of moms, and that's the whole reason why they're in this world in the first place, which I won't ruin the rest of that, but, just keep that in mind. At its core, you would definitely say that this show is about, parents and kids kind of salvaging or repairing their relationships with each other, which I think that's cool and adorable. But at the same time, like I said, it's still not too serious. It still does it in a fun way and doesn't try to put you to sleep or make you cry or anything like that. We'll save that for all the other super depressing anime that I'm into. But that's not what this show is. This show is meant to be more fun. And it most certainly succeeds. And like I said, even in the parts where it is, trying to be a little serious, it doesn't like beat you over the head with it. It knows you're here for a good time. You're here to have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if this is something that's on your radar or not. And, if you think they should make more shows of this nature where the mom is a badass or mom takes a front seat, for example. Anyways, it's been great, guys. I will see you in the next video.
他のうちのお母さんだってたまには息子と一緒にゲーム内転送くらい。
ねえよ、絶対ねえよ、ありえねえよ。むしろ会ってもらったら困る。